the questions could have really been cleared up by both Ethan Crumbley and James Crumbley, because to your point, the gun, who was responsible for it? That's James' department. And then Ethan, those journals, did he really ask his parents for this mental health treatment? Did he, was it just the haunted house jokes that he was continuing on when he said things were flying off the walls, etc.? Was that part of this ongoing family joke that Jennifer Crumbley testified to? You know, that's what they're after, right? Because and one might infer that they are struggling, or at least someone on the jury is. And you know, this could be the foreperson and the majority saying, well, let's ask the judge. You can't, you know, they may be saying, you can't think about James and Ethan, that's not part of the game here, and we're gonna ask the judge, and then the judge clarifies it, so they go back with ammunition. To your point, you can sit and read these tea leaves and come up with anything, but one would have to say that the defense is not crestfallen by this question.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you completely. I think you're right on point that the defense heard this question, and now this is the second question, and it seems to me that this jury is struggling and grappling with the fact, look, if this case was not receiving national attention or even local attention, in my opinion, this would have been a quick acquittal. I don't even know if it would have been even brought against this woman, but let's just say it was. It would have. There have been many times, just so the viewers can peer into what's happening with these attorneys and their clients, right? So I want my commentary to kind of shed light on this conversation. There have been many times when I was involved in a case, or when I was a young attorney and a senior attorney was educating me on how they handle high media profile cases. There have been many instances like that. The strategy was, let's just wait a few months, let's kick the can down the road until the media forgets about the case. Then we will quietly go to the prosecution, do a deal with probation. And our clients were charged with big crimes, right? And then we do a deal with probation, no jail, once the media was off the trail, right? This is just so people can peer into what's happening with these cases. In this case, that didn't work. In this case, I can assure you that her attorneys would have had that as their first strategy. Let's just see if the media dies out, then we'll do a deal with you, and then maybe you could do some probation, some counseling, you'll get a divorce. The divorce will show the prosecution as evidence that, hey, she does not believe that her husband was acting properly. She'll even testify against her husband. She's obviously cheating on him, right? But that didn't happen here. And so in this situation, it's pretty clear that the jury feels the weight of the cameras. They feel the weight of the national attention, right? And so they are struggling, and there must be at least one person on that jury that has strong opinions about the right to bear arms. And hey, I have, thinking to themselves, hey, I have a gun at home. If somebody takes my gun and does something with it, I don't believe that should be my problem. And there's going to be at least one person on the jury that believes the exact opposite with the same facts. I don't have a gun because this is what people will be thinking. I don't have a gun, and so if I do have one, I would be responsible. So I think we're seeing that struggle with that jury, because this jury did not sign up for and did not get elected to decide a national issue that the whole country has struggled with for decades. And I think we're seeing that, Ted, with these questions.